Okay, Doki. I think we are live. God bless you people for being here. Please like and subscribe so we can get more people here to talk. We have a problem. We have problems. And we're going to focus more on Mykhailo Mudryk doping allegations. And I repeat, allegations. So far, we have to wait for Simple B to come back and we will see what's happened. But for now, we have to reserve our judgment and just see what is going to happen. So feel free to join us if you have time to do so. Ask questions or just like the stream. It's going to help a lot. We're going to be here for a few hours. Depend on how many people we're going to have and how people are willing to talk, because I'm here for the people. The show is for the people, not for me. I want people to talk. So the more people talk, the more we're going to be here. Still technically night here, cold, but you know, when you have a breaking news like this, you know, you have to come and talk to your people, right? So that's what we're going to try to do. So unless you've been living under a big rock, you might know already now that Mudryk been charged by the FA and been banned temporarily. Not a definitive ban, but while the investigations are going on, they just want they want to ban him from football. So this could be a big issue for the club, big issue for Mudryk, who is 23, almost 24 years old, who doesn't really play the best football of his life. And if he's banned for 4 years, and then what kind of career he's gonna have, because he's gonna have to kill 4 years of his career, very important years of his development. If they ban him, if they confirm everything, they're gonna make an example out of that situation, you know, because if Italian Federation gave 4 years to Pogba, the FA, the English Premier League, who are the best league in the world and people watch, I think they're gonna try to set as an example and punish Chelsea through Mudryk, and it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one, and it's gonna be a long way fight. And I feel for Misha, man. The guy is not lucky, but also we thought that he was the next Ballon d'Or or whatever, who sold Chelsea that idea of Ballon d'Or. And then they rushed things without scouting, without knowing anything. Paid more than 80 million on the brother and hijacked him from Arsenal. And since he been a Chelsea Football Club, let's be honest, even the manager, Enzo Maresca, said that he's a slow learner. Mudryk, he learned slower than anybody in the team, and it's gonna take time for him to develop. So Chelsea didn't do their homework, but we have him. We have to support him. We have to improve him. We have to develop him. And now this scandal just came out of the blue, and it's going really to cause a lot of damage financially for Chelsea, but in terms of also in terms of career, Mykhailo Mudryk is not going to have the same career that everybody thought he was going to have. If there is a big if here, if this situation really happened. So fingers crossed, we're going to support this brother, but it doesn't look good at all. Get in the comment section down below. Let us know what you think about this. Share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell people to join us because we are here for the people, not for ourselves. So this is my page here on social media, Twitter. If you want to share the link to your friends, and if you want to also check out on some other topics that are discussed in my page, I always follow people back. No ego, no nothing. So if you follow me, you have a new friend. So let's follow each other. Twitter, TikTok also, I have an account, Green Turf. Green Turf, when you see this logo, it means this is your brother. So let's grow the community. Let's do it. So this is a big situation that we have to face. Let's see. Let's start by Chelsea official statement. Go to Chelsea. Okay, so Chelsea really tried to put this under the rug for almost a month now. They didn't want this to come out, but because something happened last night, the news was linked in Ukraine by some newspapers and stuff. So Chelsea had the obligation to just say something, but they wanted to keep it really, really behind closed doors. Nobody knows about it. Maresca been trying for weeks and weeks, lying about Mykhailo Mudryk, saying that Mykhailo is injured and he's not gonna play and blah blah blah. He tried really to avoid Mudryk topic, but because the news came out last night, everybody knows about it. There's no way you can hide it anymore. You have just to go for it. You have to say something. And Chelsea felt the obligation to go now and say it publicly that, hey, we know what is happening. We know, we've been working with the FA and all that. So I don't know if you can call it a lie for Maresca to try to, delay the situation as much as possible, because that's what he was supposed to do and what he was told to say. So yeah, man, this is a tough situation. A bit slower about news. What happened to our boys, please? Mr. Ramzan said that, please, I am a bit slower about the news. What happened to our boy, please? Last night, before I went to bed, I made a video because the news came out last night here in America, and I had to make a video, but it wasn't confirmed yet. It was some sources from Ukraine talking about Mykhailo Mudryk tested positive to illegal substances. So last night I made a video and I said, listen, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. I tried to defend my boy, right? Last night. So I made a video because the news came out. So this is the news. This is the video that I made last night. Mudryk in big trouble, and I explained the details. And then this morning, everybody pretty much confirmed it. Chelsea Football Club, Sky Sport, Romano, all the big guns in the business, they are talking about it. And Mykhailo Mudryk himself even confirmed that it's true that they found something in my system, but I never use any illegal drugs knowingly. Like if it's true that he took some substances, he didn't know that he took them. But the way the law works, just because you didn't know about something doesn't make you an innocent. That makes sense? So basically, Mykhailo Mudryk been using some banned drugs, I don't know, to enhance his performances or to build apps. So, you know, today's generation, they are more obsessed in building their image, their body, Instagram apps, and you look good. It's about how you look, and most of the time it damages your health. You become injury prone. Look at Mason Mount. When he was skinny, no problem, no nothing. He was almost unbreakable. Mason Mount, you can step on him and he walks immediately, no problem. When he went on vacation and put muscles and start showing those pictures before and now on Instagram and looking good, we know what happened. The brother can't stay on the pitch right now. Lukaku had the same issues where tried to put some muscle, boom, became like a big show. Or Mark Henry. Trevor Chalobah last season struggles with a lot of injuries after putting those muscles. And what is happening now is the club got a program. The club got doctors, physios, and they have a program for you. And all those football players, they have their own doctors and their own physio, their own personal trainers that will recommend them certain exercise and whatever. So they do the work with the team and they also do the work with their personal trainers. So your trainer might recommend you to use some substance to boost such and such, to help on such and such. But those substances might contain something that is illegal. So you don't know and you take it, you are in trouble. So that is basically what is happening to Mudryk. He's been tested by the FA. Actually, they took his urine samples and they tested, and it was positive to banned drugs and the simple B, like they have to do it again, right? They might have to send it to like neutral, independent lab to do the testing again, just to confirm. So if they confirm, you are in big trouble. You're gonna be facing the law, and the minimum is gonna be 4 years. Look at Paul Pogba. Look at what's happened to him, and that's happened in Italy, and this is in England, where the more viewed league in the world. They're gonna try to set an example. Say, listen, Italy did this, and this is England. We're gonna really punish you. Even more than that, they're gonna punish him. He's gonna appeal. He's gonna go to CAS, arbitration committee in Switzerland, and those people are gonna reduce. Normally, that is what happened in every case in sport in general, right? You go to that tribunal in Switzerland. You have good lawyers. All they're gonna do is to reduce your sanction. Everybody went through that. Even Chelsea, when they were banned about the transfer window, they went there and they reduce only. You're still guilty, but they're gonna reduce it from there. But in between the process and all that, it takes time. You're already out for 1 year or 6 months or whatever. So these are the situation that is so complicated to the level where you are really seriously worried about Mykhailo Mudryk. But me, no matter what's gonna happen, I will support this boy and say he didn't know it. I don't really believe that Mykhailo Mudryk did it on purpose, just the way I didn't believe that Pogba did it on purpose. But it can happen that you're doing something that you didn't know, but it doesn't mean that you didn't do it. You know what I mean? The food that we eat, the medicine that we take, everything comes to consideration. So knowing it or not knowing it doesn't make you an innocent. So it's It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Let me go ahead and read some more comment here from you, my people. Oh man, what is happening to Chelsea, man? Leave us alone. It looks like Chelsea, we don't have the right to enjoy our success a little bit. We've been in the mud for 3 years. All of a sudden, everything started working together, and then people want to kill us. Now everything is crumbling because this is what people want to hear. The media want to hear this. They're going to milk it. They're going to make it sound like Chelsea are giving drugs, illegal drugs to their players. They are going to make it sound like this is a Chelsea problem and not Mudryk's problem. Because it's Chelsea, everything is big when it comes to Chelsea. So that's the way it is, my friend. Very, very sad. Let me read some other comment here. People, I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning so you can come and talk, right? This show is for the people, and the link been provided for everybody. Come talk to us. Otherwise I was going to stay in bed and sleep a little bit more, right? So if do what you can do. If you can't come and talk to us, ask a question or just smash the like button. Simple as that. 1 second, and that is gonna help call some more people to join us. Mr. Ransmons Boso. Okay, so whatever. Hello, Mr. Boso. This one too shall pass. God cannot be mocked, and he will surely come through for my star boy Misha. This media shenanigan won't work. Well, you can't really blame media. Media, they are looking for food. They are looking for something negative to talk so they can make money. That's how tabloid and that's how all this fake media thing are working now. That's why you have a lot of negative account, evil account, drama account. They always want to yell, they want to curse, they want to do stuff. They want something like this to feed the narrative so they can make money. But it's not the media who took substances. It's not the media that told Mudryk to use those things. The media and drama account are just milking it as much as possible so they can make money, because human beings, they want to hear negative things and evil things. So that is the psychology of a human being. The more you yell, the more evil you are, the more insulting you do, the more gimmick you play on TV, on YouTube, is the more people pay attention to you. So they know what. So you give them something to eat. We've been quiet for a few months now because the results on the pitch are very, very good. The owners, everything going good. They have nothing negative to report about Chelsea, and you give them food. What do you expect the media to say? So it's not about blaming media, because if you are smart enough, you understand how the media works and how they keep rolling and being successful. But this is the internet generation that we are living, where people just love to hear negative things. So don't blame the media. And also, I don't think Mudryk is a believer. You see tattoos of Jesus everywhere. Bible scriptures here and there. I don't really believe that he did it on purpose, if he did though, because it's still allegations until it's confirmed. I don't believe that knowingly you're gonna take some substances knowing that it can put you in trouble. But the problem is the gym. I am suspecting his personal trainer recommending some product in workouts, because we all work out, right? You go to the gym, they will tell you to use this and that to boost this and that, and to build muscle you have to take this, and it looks like everything is natural and good, but you might not know some of those products might put you in trouble because they might be banned by football association or boxing association or whatever it is. So there are so many cases like this where people used something not knowing that it's gonna cause them trouble. Did that make sense? Probably not. Brian say that Brian looks like a lawyer in his picture, and probably he is a lawyer. So if you understand a little bit more about how these things works, you can come and talk to us. He said that, hello brother, thanks for the live show. Remember to watch the Chelsea girls against Real Madrid Femenino today. It's gonna be massive. Watching live from Nairobi, Kenya. Hello there, habari muzuri, my friends. Nairobi, Kenya. Yeah, women team. You know that I always make like videos about the women team. I'm one of the few rare channels that cover also women football, because I have girls and we always watch the Chelsea women together. Many people don't care about it because it's not popular and they're not gonna make money talking about women football. But I do it. Pretty much every single week, updating you on GFC YouTube channel how our women been doing in the league. All this season we only drew one game, one draw. Everywhere we've been beating teams for fun. We haven't lost any game. And when we drew one game, it was just like the end of the world. Everybody wanted to kill us. Oh, yeah. Hey, we won every single game so far. And I can take a break. And it's not like we are not going to lose any game. So the women team are doing great. And I'm happy for that. Thank you, Mr. Brian. Nice to see you here. Okay, so this is Mykhailo Mudryk situation according to Fabrizio Romano. Mykhailo Mudryk has been temporarily suspended after testing positive to doping test. All right, temporarily he's out. He's been out for almost a month now, and that's why I've been asking people, what happened to Mudryk? What happened to Mudryk? And if you look at the answer from Maresca, the last press conference, I think Nizer Kinsella asked him, he said, oh, such and such injury, he gave a list and he didn't mention Mykhailo Mudryk. I think he did it on purpose, but you know the media will poke you and ask you something. I'm suspecting like Nizer Kinsella knew or heard something, but he wanted really to push a little bit the manager Maresca to say something, and he mentioned Mykhailo Mudryk and the manager. I think inside, the voice inside was like, bloody hell, why are you putting me through this, man? And he said, yeah, Misha also, and quickly just say that. He didn't want to say much, but I think Nizer Kinsella or other journalists heard something. They just didn't want to say it. But last night, the media from Ukraine started reporting about it, and other media were like, yeah, let's go for it because we don't want to be left behind. All right. So Chelsea confirmed that FA recently contacted Mudryk concerning an adverse finding in routine urine test. So what they do is they send their doctors, right? Like the UEFA, and they're gonna just choose somebody randomly They're not gonna tell you we have a test on you today. They're gonna just point somebody, take you to the bathroom, give you those lyric container, and then you put your samples there. They take it and they're gonna test it. So that day was Mykhailo Mudryk, and he's not even playing. The guy who is on the bench, they choose only the guy who is on the bench instead of testing somebody who is playing. He doesn't even play, literally. He plays in Conference League, but in Conference League, I don't know if they tested him. So the test is not like everybody in the team, every single game, they have to test. No, they're gonna choose somebody, one person randomly. They suspect you or not, they're just gonna take your samples and check. So they did it on Mykhailo Mudryk. And few weeks later, they came back and say, hey buddy, we found something. And what is happening? So I'm gonna read this before we take People's Republic. So I continue just quoting what Fabrizio Romano said here. Both the club and Mykhailo Mudryk fully support the FA investigations or testing program, whatever it's called. And all our players, this is according to Chelsea, all our players, including Mykhailo, are regularly tested. So Chelsea wanted to make sure that you understand that we comply to the laws. We do what's been asked from us, and we are not cheating. We are just following normal procedures. People's Republic, good morning, and Mr. Skylar, good morning.
Good afternoon from here.
Okay. Good afternoon from you. Right.
And you know this the testing, the doping testing, as they call it, is a very, very humiliating process. By the way, so back in the old days, it was like you said. Now they just give you 2 containers. Yeah, just go in the bathroom and and come back with 2 samples. Not anymore. Those days are long gone. Because people started cheating, as you know. So you'd borrow somebody else's urine, and then you pour that in, and they would have like something strapped to the stomach, and then they would just as if they were pouring a Coke or something. So nowadays they literally stand there and they look at you with your, family jewels, and then you got to do the process while the guy is looking. That is, how humiliating is that? That is like, wow, invasion of privacy. But this is how they do it because people cheat, and. So you can't then go and say, but I didn't give this sample because the guy literally was standing there looking at you, and you have to sign. You have to sign for this. Once he's taken it, and then they seal it, and then sign for it. But the question I wanted to ask you, because you're such a smart guy. In football, I can understand in boxing, I can understand in weightlifting, I can understand in athletics, cheating by using whatever illegal substances will give you an advantage. In football, if you use any illegal substances, in Misha's case, it's not going to improve your IQ. So I don't understand what advantage you'd get apart from the fact maybe, Misha is obsessed with bodybuilding and getting big muscles and, Instagram or TikTok, whatever, he wants to have this nice, beautiful body. Sometimes when you're that age there, you're impatient, you want to cheat, you want to go the fast way. That's the only way I can see maybe he's used something illegal is for his body, for his image and all that. But as for football, I can't see what he could possibly gain from using anything, because in football, it's all about intelligence, it's all about your stamina, and it's all about, having, it's a team game. So I don't know, maybe you could explain to me on that point.
Okay, so first of all, everybody is innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
There is a procedure that's going on there. Independent commission are going to get involved, and the simple B is going to be from somebody else, not from the FA. So you saying that the way you sound, it looks like, yeah, he did it. All right, so let's make it sure that those are allegations, and we don't want to just point fingers immediately. Second of all, If that is the case, it could be not knowing it. You know, the food that we eat, the gym that we use, and they might recommend you to use over-the-counter medicine. It could also got some substances in the drug that you didn't know, but you took it for cold or to treat something, or a cream or something might make you test positive to something.
There, I disagree there 1,000%, because all these big clubs, they all have their own doctors, and these players are not allowed to take any medicine, nothing, without the doctor prescribing it. Their own doctor. They're not, and they can't.
That if you let me finish, you might understand it. Like, don't set your mind in the negative things. Like, keep an open mind. Just because you ask me a question, try to keep an open mind. So you can understand my side of story. These players, you just said it. They care more about Instagram. They care about how they look. They care about abs and girls. So what they do, you see Mason Mount when he was at Chelsea Football Club, for example, skinny Mason Mount, you can step on him, unbreakable, never ever got an injury. All of a sudden, went on vacation, put a lot of muscle, start putting a lot of pictures on social media. Look at him. He can't even stay on the pitch for 5 minutes. He's out. Those are examples just to cook what we're talking about here. So all those players, they got their own doctors. They get all their chefs. They got the sleep doctors or whatever. And their gym also, they got their personal gyms. If you are on social media, you will see lately they've been showing Enzo Fernandez walking in the gym with Mykhailo Mudryk trainer. And you see a little bit of connection here. People say, oh, look at he gained some weight. He's not like a chubby guy anymore, Mykhailo Mudryk. Enzo Fernandez, he been getting some muscles. He got a lot of stamina. He can run and run now. Nobody is calling him lazy anymore. He's defending and doing this. And people, I saw last night when the news broke, people are saying, oh, are you using something from Mudryk thing? Well, that is banter. It's going to happen, this kind of stuff. So saying that only the club got doctors, we know that. But those kids, they don't follow necessarily what the doctors in the club is going to tell them. They have their own personal health plan that most of the time conflict with the plan put in place by the club. You can't control people 100%. You don't know what they are doing in their homes. And you see Mudryk 24/7. All he posts on social media is walking with his trainer. So before we go any further, because it's a long topic, let me say hi to our brother Skylar. So Skylar can give us a point of view from different perspective, because he doesn't support Chelsea. Me, I would try to defend my boy. So let's hear from you, Skylar. Be honest with us. We are brothers here. We're not gonna get on you because you are bantering or you're telling the truth. What do you think about this situation of Mudryk?
Hi, Skylar.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah. I mean, look. I don't think like he is taking all this to enhance his body or something like that. I'm actually on your side as well. I think something unsolicited or he wasn't aware probably got inside his body, and now because of strict liability, which is like a big thing in this drug testing industry, he has to bear the brunt of the blame. Now he needs to find out where did he get this substance in his body and who gave it to him. Because I do agree, like all these players, professional players, nothing can go inside their body without prescription or consultation. And if it's going, then it's like a big problem. I think that's where Chelsea will have, as a football club, they will have to probably take a stand. If Mudryk took something without a prescription or a consultation, then that could be a problem. But I do believe, I think I do agree with you as well that he did consume something which was foreign to his body, which probably didn't react or he wasn't aware, and now he's been caught or like he has been tested positive for this said substance. I was just listening to Talksport and they were talking about this substance present in Maria Sharapova's body, and she was tested and she was convicted. So it is apparently a drug which enhances performance. So it could be I don't think he'll get a 4-year ban and all that kind of stuff. I think probably, look, let's not speculate about that. But yeah, from my side as a fan who doesn't support Chelsea, I think it has to be something unconscious
Yeah.
for me, because Mudryk doesn't seem to be that kind of a guy who's going to take performance answers.
Yeah.
Can I ask Skylar a question concerning
Go
this?
on.
So you, Skylar, you're a Man United fan, and you know this firsthand because you had Pogba go through the same business. Now the question is, what happened to Pogba? What did he take, and how did he end up there? And where is Pogba? What's happening to Pogba right now?
Yeah, they gave him a 1-year ban, or like not 1 year also. I think they gave him like 8 months or something like that ban, and it was the same situation. He took some kind of a medicine which was prescribed in his condition, and this happened at Juventus, not at United. So when he was at Juventus, I think within 3 months he was apparently convicted for this substance. So they put him under the drug testing firm, and he turned out positive. So then he was offered a ban, and he claimed that I wasn't aware. Like literally, basically he copy pasted what Mudryk's statement is. I wasn't aware, and I'll be willing to comply with whatever these guys want. But end of the day, you cannot escape strict liability, whether it's boxing or football. So once you have something in your body which is not right, or which is against the rules, they will convict you irrespective of what your what your conscience was. Whether you took it in like unconsciously, or whether you took it to enhance your performance, they will convict you. I think that's where this
You
case
know
is
it
going
or
to end
not.
as
That
well.
is a very good
That's why they
point.
introduced strict liability,
Yeah,
because
so
they don't want people escaping.
One more question, if I'm allowed. So, like you said, within 3 months when he joined Juventus, he was apparently, allegedly, let's use the word allegedly, caught with some illegal substance in his body. Now, Mr. Oak said these when they do the test, they can go up to many months before the results are known. So, like, if Juventus has paid or was due to pay United a transfer sum, and Pogba is like within 3 months he's now tested positive for something. Do Juventus still owe United money, or can Juventus then say, "But yeah, this guy took the substance while he was at United"? It could be like a blame game there.
No. He was actually tested, I believe, like after a game. I don't know which game
Yeah,
it
he
was. I
didn't
think it
even
was.
play that game. He was on the
Yeah,
bench as unused
yeah.
sub.
I think it was. Yeah,
And
it was not even 3 months. I think it was in August only. So within 1 month only. Like I think it was like a substance which was increased his testosterone level, something
yeah,
like that, and they tested for him. So it was on Juventus grounds, basically on that club. So the court of arbitration, they fined him, and I think it was like an 18 months ban, something like that,
yes.
and they
So
punished him. So,
basically, Italian federation or court or whatever is in charge of testing and taking decisions. They gave him 4-year ban.
4
yeah,
years.
Yeah,
they
4-year
wanted
ban.
Please, that is
was
racism.
reduced.
So Paul
That is
Pogba,
racism.
no,
Come on.
sorry.
I,
Let's not get there yet. Let's focus on this one. You're gonna understand if you let me finish. Okay, so they gave him 4-year ban for that because there are rules. There are something called rules and laws that been written in the book that if you commit this, you got 5 years, you got 10 years in prison, but your lawyer is gonna fight to reduce the case and present your case. So it's not about racism. If he was a white guy that was controlled, he was going to face 4 years, and his lawyer or whatever were going to fight and try to reduce the sentence. So let's not get to the race case because, my family, I always tell you, like, every time that we talk about the racism, it just affects me because I am in the middle of something here, right? White and black, I'm in the middle of that. So I don't want to talk about that often. Now, Paul Pogba, they gave him a deal. Accept it and take less sentence. When you go to the judge and you say, I'm guilty of something, they give you less sentence because you avoid all the lawyers' fees and all the problems. You just go there, I'm guilty. What are you going to do about it? Just punish me. Let's end this. and he was going to take like 2 years. He said, no, I never ever did it on purpose. I'm going to fight this case until the last day. I'm going to prove my innocence, because if I accept it, and then people are going to say I did it on purpose. So he fought, and the sample came back. He was guilty, and they maintained 4 years. And what his lawyers did is they go to Switzerland. There is a tribunal for arbitration over there about every single sport in the world. They went with big lawyers, big money, and whatever. So the tribunal still found him guilty because you took substances without knowing it. You're still guilty, brother. If you shoot in the dark and you didn't see anybody and you kill somebody, it doesn't mean that you didn't kill the person. You just didn't know. It doesn't mean that you are innocent 100%. They're going to charge you with less charges because you didn't do it on purpose, but it doesn't mean that you are innocent. So in that case, so he went there to Switzerland, fought, and they reduced from 4 years to 18 months. And he already served, like, in between going back and forth, demanding for independent commission, take the sample and send to independent labs and order. It took a lot of time. So Paul Pogba is doing, like, now almost 2 years without playing football. He's allowed to come back in March 2025. So no racism here. This is the law, but I can also understand that a man of color is gonna get more of a treatment, a different treatment than somebody who is in a different color. That's all I can say. But I don't even know. Let's say hi to Aziz, and we're gonna go back and forth. Aziz, you wanted to say something?
Hey, good morning, yo.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
You know, I'm not taking Mudryk's side. I'm not taking nobody's side. Why is it that all athletes, they always have the same statements?
But maybe because they don't, because they are telling the truth.
Or is it that they have the same PA or the same person that is writing the same statement for them? Go check what Mudryk said. Go check what Pogba said. Go check what Sharapova said. Go check what even all boxers said. All athletes are all having the same statement. My own problem is that you know this is your profession. You're always going to get tested. Why? In a dumb, the guy is so dumb. Football-wise, dumb. Now he's dumb. Why would you go be taking something that you know you are not sure of? Why would you go put it in your body? You understand what I'm saying? It's just like me going to the gym and you give me some protein shake to take to boost my energy, to boost my performance. This thing, I took it because I knew this is what I wanted. I wanted to boost my energy. All these footballers, all these athletes, they know what they are doing. They took it because they wanted to take an advantage of people
my
that
brother, let me stop you there.
Over there. Don't say. If you want to tell me Pogba didn't know he took it, you want to tell me, okay, me giving you a pill to take, won't you go do research about it first before taking it? You taking it, you guilty for you accepting it and putting it in your system. Stop making excuses for anybody. I don't care if you are black or white or you're pink or you're yellow. I gave you something and you know you are an athlete. Why would you go take it? Why would you put it in your system? Now, I didn't know. I didn't know I took something that is illegal. Are you stupid or dumb? They are paying you 400,000. You have the best doctors that you can call. Hey, bro, is this thing good for my body or not? So please, nobody should make stupid excuses.
It's not an excuse, Aziz. It's not an excuse. Can I add something?
I'm tired of what I'm just pointing out my anger now. I'm not being rude to nobody. I'm just tired of all these dumb ass athletes making the same excuses. If you know you don't want to play football, get the fuck out from football. Go be a model. Or go do something else.
So first of all, why I don't believe that they did it on purpose is, like, If you go back like in 2000s or 1990s or something, 1980s, things are changing every single year. The doping is changing. Armstrong, you know what he did back then. The substances that were allowed like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, today they are illegal. Like the more the medicine is going, the more they add more and more product to certain things. Even in normal, natural kind of food, African food that we eat could contain something that might be tested positive. I was watching one goalkeeper. I was watching actually a documentary like a year ago. One goalkeeper from the DRC, that was banned for 1 year for testing positive, something like that. And he said what he did is just to drink some ginger and some like traditional herbs. We are African and we drank something and then it was tested positive. So you might be eating the food and you know the processed food that we have today might contain something that was legal 5 years ago and today been added to the list of illegal drugs. So it doesn't mean that you're going to do really on purpose. Somebody like Mudryk, you don't even play. You are a bench warmer. And they took him even on from the bench to the toilet to do the testing, and he tested positive. And also, like I said here at the beginning, he's a gym addict. I still remember 1 year ago I made the video say, Mudryk, you are not a bodybuilder. You are an athlete. You are a football player. Probably spend more time at Cobham shooting, learning football, learning positioning, shooting on target than being on the gym 24/7 because you are not a bodybuilder. I always tell you people, back in the day, you see Romario, Ronaldo, they are a little chubby, no problem at all, but they are playing football. Today, we are obsessed in looking good. And when you are obsessed on looking good, you might use some product to make you look good. And then those products might be banned. So we have to be...
You see, you are making, Mr. Oz, you are proving my points now. Did you hear your last statement?
Go ahead.
Did anyone hear his last statement he just made?
Yeah, go ahead.
You just proved my point. You are using something to make your body look good. You, as an athlete, that you know you can get banned. That's where you have your health specialists, all those doctors that monitor, okay, what kind of food can I eat? What kind of stuff can I? Why is it that they've never caught a Ronaldo that goes to the gym, that works out every time, that has a perfect body? Why is Ronaldo not involved? Why is all this Messi, why are they not involved? Because they know if I do any mistake, it's going to tarnish my image. It's going to tarnish the image of my club. I hate players that always use ignorance as an excuse. You got caught. You got caught. Accept. It's just like Big Baby Miller. I don't know. Do you used to watch boxing? There's this boxer called Big Baby Miller. He got tested twice. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know. Are you serious? For Christ's sake, stop making this." I'm done with all these players that when Chelsea's already getting back to his better place, you just come with man. I'm just, if they need to terminate his contract, I'm done. You should go do modeling, or you should go back to Ukraine. Right now, I'm done. I just hate coming. Okay, I want to give you an example. At my job, we get random tests. So me knowing that my job is at stake, that was bring money to the family. That what pays the bill. And I know they're gonna random test me. Would I go out and be doing drugs? You see where I'm coming from?
Yes, sir.
Will I go out and be smoking weed? So please stop making excuses, because if I can go out, okay, let me just have a sip. I did it intentionally. Stop making he didn't know. I hate that excuse. You did it. Accept it, please. All these excuses. Oh, he didn't know. Is just for publicity stunts.
Well, the problem we have with this generation is you are guilty.
No, you're guilty.
Immediately, Mr. O, you're guilty. When you are,
When you are guilty, when you are guilty, you are guilty. 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 When you
immediately when you are accused of something, a girl can say something. I've seen Neymar. If he didn't have those cameras inside the room, that is another case, I know. But I'm trying to connect the dot here. Give me a few seconds to finish this. Neymar, if he didn't have the camera inside his hotel room, today Neymar was going to be in jail for whatever. He was going to be accused of a lady cooking everything, came with her own camera, film it and make it looks like this and that. And you know what happened? Kalim Hassan-Odoi is another one. During the lockdown, a girl came over, did everything, staged everything, called the police. Kalim Hassan-Odoi was in trouble. After a few days, we learned that she planned everything and she admitted her crime. So I'm not in the group of people that will always say you are guilty, because I'm not perfect too. I'm taking those shake stuff when I go to the gym and all that. I don't know what is that, because I'm not a professional athlete. Nobody is going to see it. But I don't know what is inside. It's my control to something that people don't tell you, or is banned in boxing, on football. So I think we should probably give a little bit of benefit of the doubt to certain people, instead of, you have doctors, you paid a lot of money, they are human beings, they eat food, they go to McDonald's, you know, like Cole Palmer every night will stop and get double cheese burger at McDonald's, but he's supposed to be like a professional athlete that's supposed to be the healthiest food, they have the best chef in the world, make a hamburger at home, but they still stop in the gas station, get a coffee, get a drink, and you don't know what is inside. So I think we should...
Mr. House, I want to tell you the drug Mudryk took. It's called meldonium. It's produced in Latvia and sold over the counter in Eastern Europe. It boosts endurance by improving oxygen delivery. Added to the WADA prohibited list in 2016. Actually, they banned that product that Mudryk used in 2016. So people are trying to say he likely took it during international game.
I don't know. Those are
no. That was what came out positive. That was what was in his body. Stop making allegedly. Stop making Mr. Oz. He took it because it was a cheat.
Wow.
He took it. No. Mr. Oz, I've gotten to a stage whereby you are guilty, you guilty. If I did something, I'll come out and say, yeah, I admit I did it. Stop making stop doing this white collar he didn't do white collar lie. You did it. Accept this thing. If it's a 1-year ban, accept it.
Okay, so let me read some comment here and we're gonna continue listening from other people. Tayo also said that he's guilty immediately, but that is the society that we have. That's why we have judges and we have lawyers. So I don't think anybody can just jump and start pointing fingers, in my humble opinion. The way I see the world is not the same way you see the world. And Tayo is asking, can Chelsea get point deducted for Mudryk doping allegations? No, I don't think that is an individual thing. And I don't want to say the good thing about it, but kind of a good thing is that he's not playing in the Premier League, because people were going to connect the dot and say, he scored 10 goals in the Premier League, Chelsea should face this and that. You know how banter goes on social media. It's going to sound like Chelsea are giving illegal substances to their players to enhance their performances. It was going to be a Chelsea problem and not an individual problem. That Chelsea are in the mud because the player is a Chelsea player, but everybody knows that he's a bench warmer. He barely get a game in the Premier League. The points are not going to be deducted. I don't think so. Arsenal for Life said that we dodge a bullet not getting Mudryk. Yeah. Remember, Chelsea need now to learn their lesson. Mudryk was 1 inch away from joining Arsenal. The brother was posting 24/7 pictures of Arsenal, begging Shakhtar to let him go, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, Chelsea paid a private jet, boom, went to Turkey, boom, 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 paid the money, 88 million or whatever. Well, people say it include bonuses and stuff, so it's gonna be a package of 88 million. That's still a lot of money. I didn't agree with them back then because I didn't know the guy before, but I started supporting him. When you sign for my club, I have to support you. I never chose him. I never wanted him at Chelsea. I never knew really much about him. I just heard about, oh, he had a good game against Real Madrid in the Champions League, and he's good. But I never did any kind of research about Mudryk before we signed him. It was out of the blue. Less than 4 hours, Fabrizio Romano, breaking news, Chelsea are already in Turkey. Couple hours later, boom, boom, the deal was done. Mudryk was in London. So I didn't know anything about Mudryk. So you don't blame me. But yeah, Arsenal, you dodged the bullet on this one. Chelsea need to learn not to rush on transfer out of the
But
blue.
the good thing I want to say about that Modric transfer, we didn't pay the 80 million. We are paying it in 7 years. So
It's still money, though.
it's
It's
80
just
divided
like
by
your house. Your house is a mortgage you're gonna pay in
so
15
Modric.
years, but you still pay money and interest,
So,
bro.
but I
It's
want to know
money.
is that
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. Is that so? With this allegation, do we still have to pay? He's not playing for us.
Well, because the problem didn't happen when he was a Shakhtar. This is a Chelsea problem, not a Shakhtar problem. You own them money, you're gonna pay them money. But what could happen is, you know that Paul Pogba didn't get paid for more than a year because they were paying him, like, according to the law, minimum wages for him to survive. But they didn't pay him his salary. The salary was frozen because he broke one of the rules in the contract, because these players, they sign contract to say, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, and you're not going to get paid if you do this and that. So in terms of salary, Chelsea might say, hey, listen, bro, we've spent a lot of money on you, 80 million. We are paying you 100K a week, and you did this, you broke this rule. Chelsea can take advantage and terminate his contract or pay him less money just to get away from the situation. But those are just speculations. Let's just see what's going to happen. But I think Chelsea have the right to terminate or to do something about the contract so they don't have to pay too much money for a player that really hasn't offered anything to Chelsea. Let's be honest. If it was somebody like, let's say Sancho or Pedro Neto, or let's say Cole Palmer, that is going to be another situation because you have a productive player. But it's not Mykhailo Mudryk being out for years. It's not like Chelsea are going to feel anything on the pitch. It's like, yeah, some people are going to be even happy to say, wow, give the young Tariq George a chance. He's going to be fighting with Jadon Sancho from that wing position, and like you don't feel like you lost somebody. And many people been even saying he need to go on loan, he need to leave Chelsea because he's not productive, taking a lot of money and space in the team. So it's not something that we gonna regret, but get ready because everybody now is gonna get on Chelsea, make it a big milk whatever angle they want. Make it sound like a Chelsea who gave drugs to their players. You know how it goes. Arsenal for life. Congratulations for you guys for dodging the bullet, but we are not your problem. Mind your own business, brother. Win the league, and let's see what's gonna happen. Tayo said that I would want Aziz on my jury. Okay, yeah. Somebody like Aziz can't be chosen to a jury because he already have a mindset about everything. For him, it's black or white. When you are a jury, a member of a jury, you have to be partial. You have to, even if you don't believe the other camp, leave an open window. Just listen. Be in that place and be in the other place, and you can make a right judgment. Just because somebody accused you immediately doesn't make you guilty. Okay, especially like women today. What is consent, what is not? You don't know. Somebody can come out of the blue, make a story, but you have to be smart enough to see both ways. But the jury that we have online is immediately you are guilty, black or white, finished. No, give the benefit of the doubt, even if you don't like the person. If he get, Tayo said that if he get banned for 4 years, career might be over. Well, I don't think he's gonna have a top career anymore. I think Chelsea might negotiate his departure, go back to Shakhtar or something. He's gonna just be in a certain level, not world class anymore, not Ballon d'Or anymore. The way the Zerbi said that he was going to be a Ballon d'Or or whatever. I don't think he's gonna be in that level because you can tell the guy can't read the game. He doesn't understand anything about football. He got the skills, but he doesn't have the IQ to understand the space, to understand how to move, to understand the system. So it's taking time for him to understand that and a lot of work. In his age, you're supposed to understand those things just like that. He doesn't understand anything. Mr. Zero said that he didn't help us anyways. Even if he is innocent, he cannot become a key player. That could be a big lesson for those amateurs who paid 70 million for him. With that money, you could buy a proven star. Yeah, you have the right. Like, imagine Mudryk cost almost the double of what Cole Palmer cost. So Chelsea could have gone on the market and get 2 key, amazing potential for 2 key wingers that could become world class, that can have an impact immediately, instead of going for somebody who is all about vibes, because Arsenal wanted to go for him. We have to go and smash Arsenal. I have to admit it feels good when you smash Arsenal on the market and you hijack their target, all for a feel-good factor for banter. But on the pitch, Arsenal now, they're not going to regret Mudryk. They went for Trossard, and Trossard produced more on the pitch than Mudryk. You know what I mean? So we have to stop this situation at Chelsea where we have to go all for it and spend crazy, ridiculous amount of money for no reason. You know, if you miss a target, there is another one somewhere. You're going to find somebody who can do the job. I remember back then I said, you know, I didn't feel good about spending that kind of money, but it is what it is. It feels good that we beat Arsenal, but he need to perform on the pitch. And the first game that he played against Liverpool, everybody went crazy. Oh my Lord, we have Eden Hazard back. Blah, 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 blah. And what happened? After that, we never saw him again. Anybody that want to jump and say something, probably... Skylar, if you're still there, brother, before you leave, tell us more about your game against Arsenal this week in the Carabao Cup. Are you confident about it after smashing Manchester City? Congratulations first, because I didn't believe that you were going to do it. I said it was going to be a draw in the Manchester derby, and you did it. So congratulations for that. And what do you think about? And I like your new manager, Amorim. The decision that he's making, the way he said, if he's gonna watch you, your body language, the car you're driving. I'm exaggerating here. The way you speak to your colleagues, the team unit, the way you react to situation, everything is gonna be taken to consideration. No more passenger at Manchester United now. The law is going to be applied, and Marcus Rashford, Garnacho are in trouble. What can you tell us, man? Tell us a little bit more about Manchester United so we can get away from this craziness of Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy game. I think that will definitely go down as one of the best derby wins in the past decade. I think the Van Persie one, I don't think anyone can top that. That was the best. Then you can say the one which we stopped City from winning the league at their ground when Paul Pogba decided to turn up,
Yeah, yeah.
and we won 3-2, which was a bit of a shame because then we gave them the league just the next week by losing to West Brom at home. So, but that's by the by. But this definitely goes up there because I felt that apart from a couple of players, even that too I'm cherry picking, like except for Delo, I think everyone was like a solid 7 out of 10. And then there was Ahmad Diallo, who was literally like a 9. So yeah, man, that was that was refreshing to see. We
Fergie
even
time,
dominate.
Fergie time.
We decide we didn't fall down, which was I was very like I was thinking like if City score, I don't see us scoring 2 goals, let alone one. So that was a breath of fresh air. But yeah, man, Amorim, that is what I wanted a manager to do from day one. I mean, I wanted a manager who knows what he wants to do. Because when Ten Hag came in, he decided he wanted to play the Ajax football. Then he saw that the players are not up to it, so he decided to do what all he was doing, literally just like on steroids.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are this. We became a transition team, and we used to hit balls on the break. That's why brain dead players like Rashford scored 30 GA. So that was not sustainable, and they eventually got the sack. So not eventually, we should have got the sack last summer, but we decided to. And that was again an Ashford decision. I am glad that he's gone. He's another scrub, that FA guy. So yeah, Amorim, coming back to him, I think as you mentioned, he observes things. He observes things because he's very young. In terms of manager, he literally finished playing football like literally 6 or 7 years ago. Then he went to Braga B, and there was like a Portuguese club before that. Then he's done his apprenticeship properly, so he understands modern football and modern players.
Yeah.
So when he sees likes of Rashford and Garnacho not being up to it, he's not afraid to drop them entirely from the squad because he doesn't have any allegiance to any of them. He's a new
Yeah.
manager, and the best thing he has done, he has given every player a chance. He hasn't like picked players because he doesn't know most of the players. So
That's
in the
true. That's
last
true. Yeah.
3 weeks, what we have observed, even if you can see, we have literally our whole back five has been altered like literally 6 or 7 times. So he's giving everyone a chance. So if you look at Maguire, he said that everyone knows that Maguire is half decent in a back three. He's not good in a back two. So it showed. He literally, I watched the highlights of Maguire yesterday, and he absolutely bullied Maguire yesterday, Haaland yesterday. So
Yeah, so
stuff like
yeah,
that.
by Maguire, because I saw the Times this morning reporting that Harry Maguire said that he held a
Yeah,
positive talks with Manchester United, in terms of contract
yeah.
extension. For you as a fan, would you like to give him an extension, or you
Yeah,
think
I see.
his time is gone?
Yeah, yeah, no, no. I don't mind him being like the fourth or fifth choice because Lindelof is leaving, he's out of contract, and Johnny Evans he'll go. So we need someone off the bench who is experienced and can do a job. And Maguire fits the bill. You will not find better backup centre backs in the Premier League better than Maguire.
Yeah, if
If
he
you they
can
are like
take a less salary. How
yeah,
old
if he
is
can
he?
take a pay cut and probably like a 2 years, I don't mind that because we
Yeah.
do need at least one more centre back, even without Maguire. Because I mean, Delict, his injury record is very good. Martinez, I will never trust that guy. I think like any South Americans, they love playing for their country. They'll play for their country one-legged, but when it comes to club, you know what they'll do. So like, I don't trust his fitness. And then Euro, again, he's just coming back from an injury and he's still 18. So you need a player like Maguire in the team. So
Yeah.
which is that just shows how good Amorim is done because 8 months back, I would have, if you asked me this question, I would have closed my eyes and said that kick out Maguire. I'm not keeping him for that kind of money. He has been a waste of time. But that is like this is what modern football is. You don't. There are no more individual players. The system is the king. So
Yeah.
if you have a good system, if you look at what Maresca did when he came into Chelsea, he said that these are my 15 players. The rest are the guys. They are part of Chelsea, but they are not my players. So he has identified his set, and he is obsessed with his system, and he plays those players according to his system.
Yeah.
So that's what Amorim is trying to do. So yeah,
So what do you
with
think about Marcus Rashford? You think that was kind of like tough love, so he can get the best out of Marcus Rashford, or you think he's serious like
No, no, no. It's not
Rashford
tough
is
love.
gone?
I think he has identified that Rashford doesn't fit his system. Again, I come back to the system because he cannot play number 9. He's not a number 9. We have literally seen the past 5 years, and we don't play wingers. because we play wing backs, and then there are 2 10s, and
Yeah.
then we play like a 6 and an 8. So he cannot play as an inside 10. He hasn't got the IQ of an Ahmad, or even like if you play this guy, what's this? Even even when Anthony came on, he looked well, because Anthony can actually play wing back. I like to see him play that. So we need players with high IQ, man, to play this system. And Rashford, like similarly to Mudryk, these guys, they just put their head down and run, no football IQ. And when they begin to grow old, their pace comes down, and then you can see them playing for clubs which are not at the top level. So yeah, with Rashford, I think his time is up. He's 27, and the only problem is that he's got a very big contract till 2028. So that's at least like 30 million book value. So we can get something around 30, 35 million. I think that will be a very good deal for us, because he's on very big money.
Yeah,
And someone
that's
needs
true.
to take him, because PSG, you can rule them out. They will not take him, because we literally his agent, that's his brother, by the way. He used PSG to get Rashford this bumper contract, so they are very upset with him. Plus, I saw that they are trying to get rid of Kolo Muani and that other guy. So I don't know if they want to replace him with Rashford, because I don't see much difference. They are both like brain dead players. So and with Luis Enrique, they are actually highly backing Enrique, and he's not like an Enrique kind of player.
Yeah.
They already got Dembele, who's inconsistent, so I don't see him going to PSG. So it is a conundrum, where we'll ship him off. So with
How
him, I
many
think
years left on his current
yeah, he's
contract?
got 2.5 years left. I think
That is a lot
his
of money,
contract
though.
runs out in 2028. So if you say like not even 2.5, it's almost 3 years. So
Yeah.
that's a big contract. We literally gave him last year. So yeah, he's got a big contract. And yeah, with Garnacho, I have never rated him. From day one, I have never ever rated Garnacho. I think he's very bang average player. He's not even at the level of Januzaj. You remember Januzaj when he
Yeah,
came in?
Januzaj, when he
Was so
came,
good.
oh my goodness, yeah.
He was very good. Only problem is that the Premier League didn't suit him, because he was built like a twig. But Garnacho, I don't rate
And
him. I think
Machilda,
yeah,
remember
Makeda, yeah, Federico
Machilda?
Makeda. He scored that one goal against Aston Villa and then disappeared. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I was like,
but
this is the next Ronaldo, and then he went,
yeah.
he
So
disappeared. But
speaking of Ronaldo,
he's still young, right? Like 19, 20
he's
years old. Do you
20.
think
No,
that
no,
he can
but
improve?
yeah, I don't mind him staying, because he's not on big money, and I don't want him to be a first teamer. I don't think he's at that level, or he's ever going to be. I think he's a good player to come off the bench when the defense is tired and you want to run. He's done well when he comes off the bench. I have a big problem when he starts, because he's not at that level. Plus, again, he is facing the similar problem to Rashford. Where does he fit in the system? He cannot play as an inside 10. He's not really a winger who he can track back. That's one positive, but again, he's got very, very big attitude problems, because he was liking posts such as like Anthony, basically he was liking posts against his own players. He's got his own minions who are like bringing out his stats that he has this number of GA, but players who have less than him are playing. He
Oh
was
my
liking
goodness.
those
Oh,
kind of.
so
Also,
it's
he's been involved in this.
like
Yeah, he's
I'm
also
better than
involved in
other
this.
people. Oh, I see.
Yeah. So he's also involved in this whole thing of leaking the team. So and it
Oh,
doesn't help that
really?
his.
He
Yeah,
linked the team? Oh my
Did you
goodness.
see last week what happened? Our team was leaked 24 hours before the derby. Whole team.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a question asked to Amorim as well before the match, and after the match, he said that nowadays everything is very accessible. Let's see if these leakers can find my next team. So, and he's involved in that. Although the coach believes that he's not part of it, so he was questioned. So I don't know, like if that's linked with of him being excluded from the squad. So we'll see. But yeah, this guy's got a big attitude problem. Also, it doesn't help that his idiot brother on Twitter, he keeps engaging with the fan accounts. His actual brother, he's got a blue tick. His name is Roberto Garnacho. So he's like 17. So and he apparently got the tickets for Speed for the last year's New Year party or something like that. So yeah, so these kind of things we need to cut these people out. I don't want my club to be a PR club. I know we are a big club, but I want to be a big club on the field. I don't really care about. We already know that we are a big club off the field. That's why we are getting all these sponsors. But yeah, I'm so much impressed with Amorim. He is like a proper guy. He's not no
What
BS.
is your opinion about Rasmus? Because it looks like he been
Yeah.
new fresh new fresh start under Amorim. Do you still trust him, or you think that United should go on the market and get like Gyökeres or somebody else?
Yeah, look, I was very indifferent to Rasmus a couple of weeks back. I was confused to see like how he fits this system, but I'm watching more and more in these couple of weeks, and I can see. I think he has something. I don't think he's exceptional. I don't think he is worth 75 million, but that's not his problem.
Yeah.
He's got something. He's still very young, and the pass he played to Bruno in the derby, that I didn't expect. That if you can do that and you can you have that in your locker, so that means that you can play.
You got something,
he's got something. Because my big problem with him, he's always wrestling centre backs. He doesn't know how to play back to his goal. And in this system, it is so important that the centre forward, if you watch Gyökeres against Man City, it is so important that you connect the play, because Amorim, he's obsessed with these number 9s who connect the play. They don't want to be just goal scorers.
Yeah.
So he's very important to the system. So that's why he likes Xerxes actually. Because Xerxes is very good. Yeah, he likes Xerxes because he's very good connecting play. He doesn't score many goals, and he did score 2 against Everton. But his backside play is very similar to Martial. If you remember when Martial was playing, he was so good holding off the defender, rolling defenders. So he wants that kind of a striker.
And that tells me that there is a small chance for United to go on the market, because you've been linked with Gyökeres, you've been linked with Kolomwani, you've been linked with Osimhen. So if the manager likes certain profile, I think probably he's going for other profile and other positions in the team, like the left back, where Luke Shaw been there for 200 years, and probably the midfield or something else instead of going for like center back also might be needed. I have to be honest, I never really like trusted that Butcher guy, Martinez. I respect him, but I think he's very small. He's about like my size almost, or might be even taller than him. I still believe that size matter as a center back, not 100%, but at some point you're gonna just get bullied.
Yeah, he was the reason we considered against Forest. This guy didn't decide to jump, So I get your point completely. He has a very, very big problem defending wide positions. Every time he comes against a wide player, whether it's Zaha from Galatasaray, Salah from Liverpool, or Son, every time he goes into that left back kind of position, to defend their winger, he gets cooked, So that is a big problem with Martinez. But then we saw the best side of Martinez when he set up the Amat goal. So he's one of our best ball players.
So what do you think of Delete? He's going to stay, or you think Delete is part of the plan? Or
Delete.
What's his name? Delete or De Jong? I always confuse them. Delete or De Jong?
No.
Delete, right?
No, you're talking about the centre back?
Yeah, the centre back. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Delict, he has been literally one of our best players, man. I mean,
okay.
Cannot. Yeah, I can.
So
yeah,
I think you guys are like few players away, and give the manager the time to cook a good preseason.
Exactly, because I gave our transfer window last season an 8 out of 10, because all the players we signed, they improve our first 11. We didn't sign bench players. If you look at Euro, Delict, and Xerxes.
Yeah,
these guys, Ugarte as well, let's not forget him. He literally was a monster class yesterday. He bossed that midfield, and he has, in the last couple of weeks, he has come into his own. He had a very shaky start in the first couple of games, but he's literally our best midfielder at the moment. So all of these guys, they have improved our team. They have raised the ceiling. And Delict, as you mentioned, that guy, he has been so underrated, and I'm so happy that we got him. He's literally like I wouldn't say he's like a Vidic, but he literally marshals our defense. And he played right centre back last game. He didn't even play centre back. So I'm very happy with our defense. As you mentioned, we definitely need a left back, because I think we need to get rid of Delo. I think now he's annoying me. I have never seen a fall off from Grace so badly, because he was supposed to be a player of the season last year.
Yeah.
And this year he has been so awful. Literally dropping 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. And even against the derby, he was probably our worst player. So if we can get 40 million for him and sell him to like a Barcelona or something.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if he's using Real Madrid as a leverage.
They are linked to Trent Alexander-Arnold. They need to replace Carvajal. So maybe we can ship him off to there, because we need. Because look, and you talked about the players, and I haven't even mentioned Mazraoui. He has literally been our signing of the decade after Van Persie. 15
Yeah, what
million
a
we paid for
player,
him.
man. What a
I don't know
player.
what Bayern were thinking. 15
Yeah,
million, not
that's the
even
problem
pounds.
with Bayern.
Yeah.
Imagine Thomas Tuchel didn't rate that guy. Thomas Tuchel didn't
Yeah.
give him a
He was
playing
starting
time.
that Korean centre back.
Yeah,
And Dyer.
and even delete also. Thomas Tuchel sometimes he's not patient with young players. He doesn't know how to develop them. He's just a charismatic coach that will come and deliver a result. He uses his charisma to get a result, get trophies. But when it comes to being patient or coaching young players, he doesn't have that patience. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like delete, and you bringing Dyer, and you have Mazraoui, one of the best. And even Bayern president say something about it, like, oh, Thomas Tuchel, he just wanted expensive players like Declan Rice. So, he even sell Gravenberch, right? That Dutch guy. So he didn't like exceptional football players at Bayern Munich because he wanted to win and win now. He didn't have time to deal with young players.
I noticed Mr. Schuyler very elegantly, very cleverly dodged the bullet, and he dodged addressing the elephant in the Man United room. There's one common denominator in all what he said there about all the players, this and the other, new players. One guy, Mr. Evergreen, Mr. Common Denominator, the guy who came to the rescue again and again, Harry Maguire. Look how brilliant he was against Man City. You guys, you try to avoid
mention for like 5 minutes. I don't think you missed it.
When you play in a back three, that guy is brilliant.
Yeah, I talked about him. I literally said what you said, like literally like 6 or 7 minutes ago.
No, sorry, I didn't get that part. My phone overheated.
Yeah, he actually likes Maguire,
yeah, I said
and
we can give
especially
him a new
three at the back
contract with reduced wages.
Yeah.
Okay, because with him, when he plays, even when he plays for England, when he plays in the back three, the guy he's good. He's like a Van Dijk. But we play him in the flat four-ish. My God, he's embarrassing.
He's an accident waiting to happen.
Accident waiting to happen. But but United, I think with Amorim, I like this where you do or die. There's no yes, my history. I was a good player back in the days. Yes, so I got a great reputation. I got social media. I do stuff, whatever. I feed hungry people. Amorim hasn't got time for that nonsense. He says, "What have you done for me lately? You do or you die or you're on the bench." And that is, my friend, what United has been needing. This manager, ruthless. This guy who's going to sort out the dead wood. This guy who's going to do it his way. And I think United, I think I'm beginning to fear them a little bit with this new manager.
Yeah, we need more people to get that Ben Chilwell treatment. I think too many United players, they have literally been scamming the club by doing nothing and taking big money. So we need to kick out players like Rashford, Garnacho, Luke Shaw, all these guys, So yeah, I do agree.
Are you going to sell them at a spot price, or you want the full money back?
I forgot to mention Mason Mount as well. Look, I was watching the game with a friend, and I missed that section where he got injured. I saw Xerxes and Eriksen warming up. So I asked my friend, what happened? Why are they warming up? And he said, Mason Mount got injured. I literally screamed so badly, like, people got scared because big problem with Mason Mount is, me, I never rated him, but in this system, he's actually very useful. And if you watched yesterday's post-match conference, Amorim, he's a big fan of Mason Mount. He actually likes him. And in the last 2 games before he got injured, he was very good. The problem with this guy is that I think you mentioned something with his calf or knee or something like that, which happened when he came, like he bulked up and he got injured now. I think he's done. I think his injury.
Yeah, Mason Mount really, it's a shame. I was telling people, stay calm. This guy is going to be one of the best, but injuries are not helping him. I wanted that guy to succeed at Manchester United so people can stop talking, but unfortunately...
He can play so many positions in our system right now. Like he can play wing. He was actually playing left 10 in against City. He got injured, and then Mainu had to come on. And he can play as a wing back as well. He can play as a false 9. This is literally
this is the system for him, but
last chance, to play at a top level club. Because otherwise he'll be going down the ladder.
But Sila, in French they say mirage. So this United, beating City, we all knew it was going to happen because United always seems to have the upper hand nowadays, and they turn up when they play City. But when I say mirage, it's just a mirage in it that when they go and play Bournemouth, when they go and play Southampton, when they go and play, these other. I don't mean to disrespect these other teams, but will United go back to default settings, or is this a brand new United?
Yeah. I mean, that's a very fair point because we literally lost our last game against Forest at home. So I do get that. And I think you mistakenly said that we have Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. Actually, it is Tottenham. We're
Oh,
playing
sorry.
Tottenham.
Yeah, Tottenham. I said the
We
Arsenal
are playing
earlier.
FA Cup. It is Arsenal. That is also away. So yeah, we've got a very difficult run coming up this month. We have to play, and we have to go to Anfield. We have to go to Bournemouth, who are flying at the moment. We welcome Fulham as well. So, and then obviously we've got Arsenal and Tottenham in the cups. So it is a testing period for us. And then Wolves are getting a new manager. We play them on Boxing Day, so they might have a manager bounce. So yeah,
So,
this is a
okay,
very
can I ask you a Chelsea-related question? Sorry, I'm asking so many questions, but you have a lot of knowledge. So, Chelsea. Now, this is my theory, as Mr. Oaks would say. If I look at the Chelsea fixtures for the next many games, we're playing no top 6 teams. We're all playing like the middle table and towards the end. Now, my question, they should be points, and might be lucky get a good run. But when you don't play stiff opposition, when you have such easy games, and then suddenly you've got to play the top 6 teams, does playing weak teams make you softer? And it's hard then to move up a gear to when you have to play the top teams, or is it better to play just top teams and then finish off the bottom team? How would you think this works psychologically or physically?
Yeah, because we are still in all competitions. So let's say if we are knocked out of one of the cups, we are still be in 3 because we play in the Premier League, Europa League, and the FA Cup if we beat Arsenal. So we do
I
actually
was
the good part.
talking about Chelsea, but I was asking about Chelsea.
Oh,
How
okay,
do you think?
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No. Look, I mean, you only lost to one big team, or probably 2. You lost to Liverpool and Man City, and even in the Liverpool game, you were quite good before Salah scored. So I'm not worried about Chelsea like that, man. I mean, you guys. When I say I'm not worried about Chelsea, I mean like for you guys to drop off because at the moment it's not Chelsea. It's literally like a 3-point collector. Well, that's connecting 3 points. So if you ask me whether it's to play the stronger teams right now and then the weaker teams towards the end of the season, I don't think the fixtures are designed like that, right? I mean, you cannot take any team lightly. You literally, if I'm not wrong, 2 weeks back you drew 0-0 to Bournemouth at home. If I'm not wrong, right? So
Bournemouth is strong. Bournemouth is very strong. They're not a weak team. They're a
they're not
tough
a
team.
weak team. I'm not saying they're like
Tough team. I watched them yesterday against West Ham. Fantastic free kick. Who came back? Who's the guy?
Yeah,
Forgotten his
but
name.
still, considering your form, you would expect Chelsea to at least win the game. Let's not comfortably, but at least win the game. So I don't know, man. I'm not. You cannot take any teams in this league lightly. Any team can turn up. Right now, you are in a very good vein of form, but it takes one bad result for your team to go down in some kind of a rut. So, yeah, I mean, if you say that I would actually agree with you. You play the light teams right now because the fixture congestion is too much in this winter time. So it is better to have the easier games right now and then probably the difficult game towards the end of the season where you would have a better clarity of all the fixtures in which competitions you are. I think you'll win the Conference League. I think that should be a given. Then you have to win one of the cups. So, and everyone is saying that Chelsea is in the title race. I don't know what you guys think about it. Your manager keeps saying we are not in it. But how many points you are behind? Like 4 points, right? Something like that.
So who has impressed you? Who has impressed you of players, Chelsea players? The few games you've watched. Who have you liked watching, and what have you liked about? What have you?
Yeah, actually, I
Sorry?
watched more than few games. I watched a lot of your games because I wanted to see how Sancho does. And
Would you
yeah,
take
he's cooking, man.
Sancho back?
Yeah. No, I told you like he'll do well because he's playing with players who have footballing IQ. They don't run it like idiotly like Rashford and Garnacho because Sancho needs players around him. That's why he does well at Dortmund and Chelsea because he's got players with footballing IQ. He's got Neto, he's got Enzo, he's got Cole Palmer. He's got a connection with Cucurella on the left side. So I'm not surprised he's doing well. But yeah, definitely Cole Palmer, that goes without saying. He's my favorite player in the league. I think when you talk about players who
but he hasn't been really shining. But it's like, if
I'm gonna stop you right there. People's Republic has an agenda.
I was going to say
he has
the
an
team
agenda
that-
again. You
no,
see, he tried to
who are
move
you?
very quickly, say he's not doing good.
I would say the real leader of this Chelsea team, that is without doubt Caicedo. He's the worker.
I was just going to mention Caicedo. Yeah, that was going to be my next.
But you can't influence somebody like you are pushing
No.
people.
I was going to mention.
I'm talking about People's Republic. People's
your-
Republic
your-
is trying to influence your answers.
No. I saw a reel which was put out by a club, and they were showing highlights of Caicedo. So it's not.
Yeah, he's cheeky. This guy is cheeky.
What about Enzo? Because Enzo, you wanted Enzo out, if I'm not wrong, and Ox was he liked
Mr.
Enzo.
Oaks.
Yeah, someone wanted Enzo
Mr.
out.
Oaks. Mr. Oaks wanted him out. It's Mr. Oaks. He led the campaign, anti Enzo campaign, and then he became wiser.
What about him?
You know what I want to say about Enzo? Thanks to his new girlfriend, what you are doing to Enzo, be doing it. You know, sometimes they used to say, if you're not happy in one place, get out from the place. Since when Enzo got out from his wife, he's been performing very good.
Okay, so first of all, we're going to say hi to another brother who just joined us, SKFC. Brother, I will come back to you now. Let me clear something here. People's Republic, he loves to accuse me publicly and move very quickly from the topic so he can you punch somebody and you run away. So I won, but I'm not going to fight. First of all, I never campaigned for Enzo out, ever. And I've been supporting Enzo for 3 years when at the same time, People's Republic, Aziz, Mr. Barr, Ice, all of them were against because I was supporting him back then. And the day that I questioned Enzo and I said, wow, I gave you all these excuses. Surgery, moving to a new country, driving in the wrong side of the road, the weather, the food. I was giving you excuse. Now, after the surgery, I don't have any more excuses. Man up, start doing good. Because he was lazy, because he was awful on the pitch, and I had the right to say. The day that I said it, all of a sudden, Mr. Og wanted Enzo out. So they twisted. All of them switch camps immediately because it's like WWE. So when they have to be against me, so to make a debate more interesting, that's what they do, right? So the day that I start supporting somebody, they leave that person. Or the way I will start criticizing that person, they switch camps. They start supporting that guy just so they can beat me up. Ever said Enzo out.
Nobody wants to beat you up. No, come on, you're a nice guy like you. Who wants to beat you up?
I always supported Enzo, but just like as I'm supporting Jackson, I'm supporting Noni. There is nothing wrong by saying that you, Noni Madueke, you have a very bad attitude. You don't pass the ball often, but also see the right side. Hey, you are tracking back.
Yeah, but
hey,
you were also anti-Jackson at some point, I remember.
Let me say this, and it's the same thing. Like, I am not in the cult. That's what you don't understand. I have to be, in French, we said, the church in the middle of the village. You don't only, you don't only see evil people, or you don't see only God people, because God came for everybody, so you know how to balance things. When Jackson is giving you heart attack, missing 1,000 chances, and you drop 2 points or you lost a cup because Jackson didn't score 10 clear one-on-one chances, don't expect me here to come and celebrate. Woohoo! Yeah, my brother Senegalese, we didn't win the Carabao Cup because you missed 1,000 chances. I'm not gonna do that. I like you. I understand you are young, new country, but one-on-one freaking chance, you have to bury it. That is the problem. But for you cultists, when you like somebody, I don't know if they send you like brown envelope or something to be in the cult, and then you're gonna be like, what's praise? Oh man, he's the man. Like when the team loses, it's somebody's fault. When the team wins, it's Jackson, it's Enzo, it's Palmer, it's whatever, and then we have to blame everybody else. This is a group. This is a football team. We win together. We
we
lose
used to blame
together.
Mason Mount and Gallagher back in those days. They're not
That's
there,
what I
so we have to
say.
find
Like,
new.
don't put me in the basket of just because I said something against somebody and I wanted him out and I have an agenda. I don't have any kind of agenda. Nobody pays me money. I'm not in a cult of anybody. Now I am supporting Noni 24/7, but it's nothing wrong by saying, Noni, come on, bro. Come on. I've been defending you. Look at this. Look at that. You have to improve this and that. And I don't tell people always what they want to hear because I'm not doing you any service. Even Mykhailo Mudryk, supporting him for years, but at some point you have to say, hey, you are almost 24 years old. You are not a kid anymore. Man up, do this and that. But it doesn't mean that you are against that person. Okay, Mr. Eski FC YouTube channel, what do you have to say, bro? So we move back to other people.
Oh, hello everyone. How's everyone doing?
We're doing
Hey,
good.
Mr. Eski.
Are you guys still on the Mudryk thing, or are you guys just talking about
Any topic, bro. Let's go to Mudryk. Let's go to any topic you wanna discuss. You have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
You talk
I
football?
mostly I talk football.
Let me check on it and put the link. Yes, keep going, bro.
Well, no, I guess if any topic, what do you guys think of the? Have you guys looked at the table at the end of this weekend? What do you guys think of the kind of where everybody is? Relative to your expectations at the start of the season.
Well, I was absolutely wrong. I said Chelsea are gonna finish 8th.
Oh,
That's
wow.
me. That's what I said, because you know why? When Pochettino left, I didn't want him to leave because I thought we should continue a little bit with the same person at least for a couple of years, and the end of the season we were doing good. So I was like, okay, let's give him a second year. I didn't trust Maresca at all. I wanted him out since day one. I was like, this guy is Pep Guardiola made in China. He's a fake Pep. He's a diet Pep. He's not good enough. I say all kind of bad things. All kind of bad things about Maresca, bro. I'm not gonna deny it. I didn't want him. Preseason kind of confirmed my biased opinion about him. I was like, this guy, look at what he's doing. Preseason was awful.
You can never take. I never take preseason seriously.
And then against Inter, the last game, I saw something different from Maresca, and I was like, let's give him a chance. And now he showed us like he is technically sound. He just gonna study the opposition team and come up with a plan for that game. And now I'm liking what I see. But at the beginning, I said Chelsea to finish 8th because I didn't believe that Maresca was good enough. But now I'm on board, bro. I'm on board. And the table, let me check on the table. We are second on the table, 2 points behind.
Liverpool.
Behind Liverpool. And life is good. Life is good for us. I think if we can reinforce like a centre-back, a solid centre-back in January, we might be talking about title challenge here, bro.
Did you see? I guess when it comes to the other teams, it was funny because when I was doing my predictions earlier, well, I didn't do a video, but when I was looking at the start of the season, I actually did think, Chelsea were going to finish top 4. I definitely didn't have them second or, as doing as well as they were right now. Only because, when I look at last season, the thing that sticks out to me is that, for as bad as Chelsea were poor for about 65% of the season. And even given that, I think Aston Villa that finished 4th were only finished 5 points ahead of them, and they had an amazing season. They were doing great. They didn't have to deal with Champions League football, even though I know they were in the Conference League. So, when I was looking at that, I'm like, and I look at how young this team was. I'm like, the only way this team is going to go is up, because they're young players. They're going to get older. They're just going to get better just by sheer fact of the fact that they're young. So I was looking at that. I'm like, if Aston Villa, who now have to deal with Champions League football, I don't see them, keeping the same pace. Tottenham are up and down. So I don't look at them as competition. And then I also didn't anticipate Liverpool being as good as they were this year. I thought they were going to be, in a top four battle with us, to be honest. So, it's kind of ironic when you consider that both these clubs that people thought were going to be in transition are first and second in the table. Arsenal, I didn't anticipate them falling off as much as they have, and Manchester City, I definitely didn't anticipate that either. So, but keep it in terms of Chelsea though. In terms of who I think has really impressed me this season, for me, it has to be Caicedo. He's just the way he's commanded the midfield, the way he just wins tackles, and the way he sets up, the start to attacks is crazy. He got the assist against West Ham, the goal against Manchester United, the goal that Nicholas Jackson scored over the weekend started off of his tackle. And there's so many sequences that Chelsea have like that where it's a Caicedo tackle into another midfielder that plays the assist. So I think he's been by far and away the best player this season.
Yeah, that's very, very, very good. I found your YouTube channel. I'm trying to put the link here. Anytime you wanna come here and promote your channel, feel free. We have other big channels. This is a small channel. If you wanna participate and let me know.
Can you tell us about his YouTube channel? What is it all about?
I mean, I need to start, post. I don't post as frequently as I should, but I just cover, any football topics that, whether it's like current matches that I watch that I find interesting, or just kind of more, I don't know what to call it, timeless discussions. So yeah, I'll kind of tend to do both. I'll sometimes do some analysis on like the tape that I'm looking at if the copyright doesn't take the video down. So
yeah, I'm watching your work here, bro. Great work. Still a small channel because you're not pushing it really. I think you're doing it as a hobby, just the way I started my channel is just like a hobby and become a habit, and then you got 100,000 people and you start thinking, oh, you got addict on doing that. But if you are serious about doing stuff, bro, we can get you very quickly to 1,000 likes and you get some change in your pocket. It doesn't hurt anybody. And
I definitely appreciate that. And also, I've just been looking for, more channels to, like do call-in shows like this. I like discussing football a lot.
Yeah, that's good. This is a small channel, but we have some big channels that we're gonna start doing actually some call-in show watch along in big channels, because here we don't have a big audience, so kind of small. But we have a Green Turf, we have GFC channels who are a little bit bigger, that we can reach a big audience. And the people I'm trying to link is subscribe. Where are you based, bro? Are you in the US or?
Yeah. That's part of why I started this, is because it's hard to talk.
Yeah, man. I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, okay. I'm in the Northeast. I'm in New England.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're based where, you say?
New England.
In New England, so like around like
New England. Don't you have like a ridiculously cold winters there, horrible winds and rain?
Don't get me started. It was literally, I think it literally snowed like 2 weeks ago, and I had to drive. I was driving to work, and it took me like 40 minutes to clear up the snow. It was so bad.
Yeah.
So,
I live in the countryside of Kentucky too, so every time like I go to a city, it's always nightmare because you have to wait for those people to come and remove the snow on the road and stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of
that's why winter is my least favorite season. I can deal with the cold, but it's just it's not just the cold. Now I have to wear a jacket. Now I have to make sure my car can start in the cold. I have to make sure that I shovel the snow. It's just so much more problems than the temperature. So
yeah, I'm like you, but also me. I have a family, and those kids they just love it. Like they are like cold people, and I'm like a hot. I'm always hot. They are always cold. So it's like their favorite time, and it's like my nightmare. Basically,
it's probably because of the snow days. When they get taken out, when they don't have to go to school.
So people, I put a link. People's Republic, go subscribe, and yeah, we might do some good stuff, man. We might do a lot of stuff here on the Green Turf and on this channel. We can make a plan.
Can I ask you a technical question? I have to go. This has been bothering me, this question.
Yes, sir.
So now you said to me that Enzo Fernandez, the player, he has the same fitness coach or whatever, I don't know, coach as
Mudryk. Yes.
Mudryk. They're training together. Now let's just, God forbid, I'm not saying it's going to, let's just say if Enzo was found to also maybe using something he's not supposed to be using, both of them now banned, would this mean points deduction for Chelsea?
I don't think so. This is an individual thing. It has nothing to do with the team. If you choose to use some illegal substances, and we have to be very careful because it's not confirmed. It's the process still going on. So allegedly, but yes, Enzo Fernandez is working with Mykhailo Mudryk, trainer. And on social media now, you know that people try to connect the dot and say, oh, all of a sudden, Enzo Fernandez started walking good, a lot of energy, not lazy anymore on the pitch, blah, 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 and try to connect the dot. People are connecting the dot even about the tattoo. You see, Mykhailo Mudryk got a tattoo that said, talent ain't enough, right? So some people say
talent ain't enough. What does he mean? Well, you need more extra, eh?
Yeah, so you need more extra. So that's why he's using. So I know it's banter, it's social media, but you know what and how people can connect the dot just to get on you, get on your case. So that is one of the issues that we have here is social media. You are guilty even if you are proven innocent. As soon as they accused you of something, immediately the world is going to go crazy. You are immediately guilty of everything.
Well, and I think another thing to keep in mind too is there's a reason why they'll do these tests multiple times, because false positives are quite common because they're just kind of testing for different substances. So it could be trace amounts, from some other unrelated drug. So that's why they usually do more than one to at least make sure to confirm that it is what it is. So I think they've only done one test so far. So you can't really get much. You really shouldn't be making a conclusion from one test. But obviously, the court of opinion, like Chippy Palmer said, is a different.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Back in the old days, I used to love watching something called the Tour de France. Cycling race. Now those days, you had some teams, like let's say US Postal, you had some Cofidis, and you had some other big teams.
Yeah.
And you had like 3 or 4 teams which were so much better than the rest of the field. And I always used to wonder, how the hell are these guys so much more endurance, so much fitter, and whatever, compared to the other teams? And obviously, with the years, we found out those guys were three steps ahead of the doping you call that controllers. So they're using substances which people never even heard of before. So they're always like 3 steps ahead.
Yeah, Armstrong also, that he admitted everything.
And it's like that. Yeah, but when I see some teams and I watch them play, I think this team is. Look at them, 90 minutes, they don't even look tired. The other team is completely finished. How can this team be physically stronger and fitter than the other teams? Those other guys they're also professionals. They're also well skilled. They also got why is there such a big difference between one team and the other team? I've always wondered. Real Madrid, I wondered Barcelona, not Barcelona, but Liverpool or Man United back in the days. I always wondered how these teams have so much better fitness compared to the team they're playing. It didn't make any sense to me. But now sometimes if you add some dots and you think, I wonder what was really going on behind the scenes. We have to ask these questions.
Okay, innocent until proven guilty. We're gonna support. We're gonna support Mudryk so far.
It's a conspiracy, of course. But
it's a conspiracy, but
it's because in football we don't tend to associate illegal substances in football. The only time we hear about legal substances back in the day when people went drinking the night before games, or were having a cigarette at halftime, or those kind of things, but they never illegal enhancing for performance, sports performance, whatever. But nowadays, as you know, sports medicine. Just look at these guys. The moment they take off their shirts, they're all wearing bikinis, not bikinis, but the bras, because they're sports bras. So that is, and that sports bra is obviously a high tech thingy. What you call high tech thing, which measures every single step you make, every single heartbeat, every single amount of energy you're using. It is a very, very, very high tech. Everything is science in football nowadays. And this is why maybe a lot of football, sometimes we complain that the art and the elegance of football is gone. They all become very robotic. It's becoming very predictable. It's becoming very... But that's because there's science now, high science is coming to football. So these players, they monitor them, everything. You can see, just go in any game, if you go whatever, you can, let's say you want to follow Jackson, for example. You can go on Jackson, you can follow every single step he's moved, where he was in the field, how far he ran, how much energy he used, when he was taking a break, what he was doing on the toilet. Well, you can follow every single detail. It's like, wow. And so that is what do you think that if they can do that on the technical level, what do you think that the medicine doctors can do? I'm sure they also have, the biological know-how. They've been doing research and they've come up probably new medicines and new training methods and what have you. So these people are very super high fit, high trimmed, but there are some things obviously which you cannot escape. So things like the injuries, like your ACL or your what you call this one here, one which Reece James always gets, the one, the muscle. What do you call that? Hamstrings. They're those basic things that you can't escape. That is old school. There's no high tech there. That is hamstrings or Achilles. So those are some injuries where no matter how much medicine, how much technology, that is all day. You will never escape that. But obviously, the recovery, the operation and stuff, that is nowadays completely different. You can have a player who can snap his Achilles, and 8 months later he's back on the field running. So how the hell is that possible? But that is an advance in medicine, good and bad, obviously.
Yes, sir. So, people, we're gonna slowly and surely try to conclude this show because I'm coming back in few hours because Chelsea women are playing today Champions League against Real Madrid, and by that time I'll be back home, so I might go live and see more development about Chelsea and Mudryk, what is happening, and talk about Shamrock.
They dropped points. The ladies, you didn't tell me they dropped points against Leicester. The ladies.
Yeah, I think I made a video about it, and I talked about it in this. Maybe you were not here, but I talked about it this morning with somebody who said Chelsea women are playing today. Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning of this show. So, yeah, we dropped point, and it looks like it's the end of the world because it's Chelsea, and we've been waiting everybody, and everybody tried to. It's just the same way. People try to cook this title race for the men team. Oh, you're gonna win the race. Oh, you're gonna do that. They want us to say it, so when we lose a game, they can find something to hit us on. Now we are like, no, we're not winning it. Leave us alone. We're going game by game. If we lose, we lose. We know our level. But
what races did you talk about? What race? I don't even know. People ask me the same thing on Facebook. I said, what race? I don't know anybody in a race. All I know is we just won 3 points. That's all.
So that's the problem. So it's like the media built that Chelsea women invincible kind of. They don't lose. Look at 12 out of 12. Sonia, blah blah. They build it, and when we drop point, they start making it looks like we say that we're not gonna drop point or we're not gonna lose any game. That's what media do. They try to get something out of you, and most of the time the negative stuff, because the negative stuff is what's gonna make you money. So,
but you saw what happened in your own country there, the media. You have to be very, 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 very careful what you say in media, because that one guy there, Trump sued him for $15 million. And he won the case, and the guy's got to pay, or that ABC's got to pay for saying comments which weren't true. So fake news comments. You say, "Ooh, be careful what you say now, media, because you can get sued."
Well, that is another case, another level of stuff, and the state level, presidential level. Let not get there.
But no.
Let's not get there politics.
If we come here, let's just say, if we come here on your excellent show here, and we rubbish some player, we say some very derogatory stuff. He's this and the other. You know, it might reach a stage where they will
understand what I say. There are level of those things is nobody is gonna follow you. You can just change your name now, disappear. We don't even know where you are. You just change your name, you change your voice, and then you're gone. Probably me, they can come at me because I have my social security number and everything and my address online. They know me, but not you. But let's say there are certain things that are just banter and people don't take it seriously. If you go to the Trump situation, he's the same guy who said that he had his private investigation and Obama was born in Kenya, right? Did Obama sue him because of defamation and he lied? He keep repeating even today. He's a Muslim. He was born in Kenya. If Obama went to court, do you think he was going to win? So I told you there is a level and level. This level probably just to scare other people like, hey, I'm the king here.
Journalists, there's a media. It's to scare the media.
I'm the king here. I'm coming after you. I have the power. I have the lawyers. I have everything I need to make your life miserable. So let's not get to politics about those things.
But I'm just saying
in our level of like,
if you were Sky Sports, let's say if you were Sky Sports, Fox Sport or whatever, one of the big media, sports media, you go there nowadays, and you could end up with a situation because people see, no, if you can do that in America, then I can do that. This guy destroyed my reputation on Sky Sports. That the club ended up selling me and lost revenue. I can't feed my family. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, but what I would say though is it's all about how you say it. So if you you just can't make definitive claims about people, but you can report on what's happening. So if you say, Mudryk has been accused of doing XYZ and
allegedly
based off of this test, that's a lot different than saying, "Oh, Mudryk is a doper."
Yeah, he did it just like other brothers did early in this show. Like, yeah, he did it. He's guilty. That is different.
You can acknowledge what's happening, without making a definitive claim. And that's the big difference that a lot of people don't realize. You can if you make a definitive claim, then you're opening yourself to that, because now you're putting your name out there and saying that this thing definitely happened.
Exactly, and also depend on who you are. Because if you are a small person and unknown, really basically a social media guy, don't have money, people tend not to sue you or go against you. But if you are a good guy, you are a big guy and you have companies and you have money, there people want to get some money from you and send to you as an example. And that's why people are saying whatever they want to say on social media and pointing fingers and definite. I had so many commenting at the beginning of the show say, he did it. Even Chelsea fans. No, he did it. He's guilty, black or white. Like, it doesn't work that way. You have just to let the justice do their work. And it's out there.
He's guilty.
You see?
Guilty.
Another
He's
one.
Guilty. No. You know what I hate about people? Is taking accountability of your actions.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
I hate all these.
So you
I
think
gave an example. Mr. House, let me talk, please. You finished talking. Sorry to cut you off. Let me talk. Let me say my mind about Mudryk. I want to say my mind about Mudryk. Stop making excuses for this brother. I don't even care if he was a flop at Chelsea. You are a sports person, for Christ's sake. You are an athlete that this is the job that brings bread to the table for your family. Won't you be aware of what you put in your body? Or if somebody gives you something, won't you go talk to
your club doctor?
Yes, can I use this or not? That is why we have sport doctors in the game. This substance he took was banned in 2016. And that substance was used for
performance enhancing, like running and stuff. So you want to tell me that this brother didn't know what he was taking before he used it? Don't let us play ignorance. Mr. House, don't let us play ignorance. Like, oh, he's not guilty until he's proven innocent. Please, don't. It's just like me and my job. I work in the healthcare department. If we do random tests, P-test, drug test, almost every 2-3 months, we do random P-test. So, because I know this is the job that brings food for my family and everything, why will I do something that is going to mess it up?
I don't think you can do it on purpose. But what if? Let me tell you. What if you go? You have cough or whatever. You have cold and you buy over the counter kind of drugs, and you didn't know it's got some kind of substances inside that will damage your test and all that. You didn't know and you take it. Is that count as you did it on purpose, or are you gonna ask your bosses at work all the time what I should eat and what I should do?
No, Mr. Host. That is what you call ignorance. Because one, because you're rich, because all these people are rich and they're athletes, they know there's somebody I have to call to check on to say, okay, is this okay for me to use or not?
Do you have to ask them about your African food or everything that you consume at home? You have to reveal that?
Mr. Oz, if that is what is bringing money to the table for you, if that is what is bringing money for the table for you, you have to look for ways of not damaging that. You have to look for ways of not messing up your image. Stop making excuses for these brothers. He's an adult, for Christ's sake. It's not. If that was like 18 years old, 19 years old, I would say, okay, that was ignorant. This is an adult, for Christ's sake. Okay, I want to make an example. Me going to mistakenly take a gun, I shoot somebody. I've never shot before, and I shoot somebody. Will I say I didn't do it intentionally? Answer my question.
It's gonna be a second-degree murder, manslaughter, or whatever it is. Less charges because you still did it without knowing it, but you did it, and that's why you're gonna have less charges because you didn't do it on purpose. I've seen people who did those kind of actions to their kids or their family members. Do you think intentionally they're gonna do something like that? No. But you still did it, and you still get some kind of punishment for your ignorance. And that's why I say nobody's perfect.
Nobody should say he's not guilty.
But that's why
I don't want people.
But you make it sound like it's on purpose. He knew it. This is his job. He's getting paid millions and millions. So you should be perfect. Nothing.
I'm not saying you should be perfect, but you should be aware. That is why I said ignorance. He did it out of ignorance. This is why you should be aware of what you are putting in your system. At least you can read. If you can't, and if you don't understand, you call somebody. That's why we have all these sport doctors. All these people, you're going to be random check. Can I put this in my system? What can I put in my system? If I'm having a day, what kind of medicine I can use? Come on, for Christ's sake, Mr. Oz. Come on, let's not play ignorance because he's a Chelsea fan. Let's not play because he's a Chelsea boy. I'm saying if he's one of our best players that did that, I will lambast him.
Pogba is not my favorite player. He doesn't
Pogba
play
is not
for
my
Chelsea.
favorite player. I still lambasted him.
I still protect him and say he's innocent until proven guilty, and he didn't do it on purpose. He did it.
Okay.
But why? Listen, now you are saying all the good stuff. Let me connect something. I know it's not the same thing. I know what you're going to say, but let me finish. Enzo Fernandez was accused of being racist because he sang something that offended an entire country and many people like me who got a French passport. I made videos, said he's not racist. He didn't know about it. That is the culture in South America. Just because you didn't know it and you call people N-word in America, you never heard of that word. You're coming from whatever planet, whatever it is, you think that is normal to say, and you say it, it doesn't mean that you didn't do it. People will still call you. That is a racial language that you are using, even if you are not racist, but you use a racial language that is prohibited. Now, you're saying all the good stuff like Enzo, but you are the first guy who protected Enzo here, say that he told the truth, therefore he's not guilty, let him alone because of French, whatever, politics, you put a lot of stuff. And this today, you just gave us some very good opinion here that even if you don't mean it, you can hurt somebody because that is how the law works. So how double standard? One action, you back totally the guy innocent, and the other guy, you don't give the benefit of the doubt. Is immediately he knows what he's doing. You did it. Enzo Fernandez knew it, but they do it in their culture, and it was normal. But for Mykhailo Mudryk, took a drug or whatever food he ate, tested positive. He knew it because he's supposed to control everything in your system. Why is double standard, brother? Just let's be fair.
Okay, can I answer
Yes.
can I reply my question, my answer back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Racism, this is a different case. This is a cultural, racism is a cultural thing.
But it's against
This
the
is a
law, right?
different
We're
case.
talking about the
It's
law here.
against the
Even
law.
drugs
We
is
are,
against the law.
no,
We're talking about the law.
Okay, let me we can go back and go watch the video I said. Even though I said, oh, the way everybody ganged up against him, I didn't like. But one thing I said, that if he's guilty, let him face the charges.
I never
If
heard
he-
that. I never knew
Nah,
that you say that.
I said that.
But
I said
if you
that.
say
Go watch
that,
your
I
video.
apologize.
Yeah, go watch your
because-
video again.
Because I said that I was the biggest person to protect and to defend him here, to say, yeah, I can understand. Because in my house, we have white people. I'm in a mixed family, right? So
Yes.
we say certain things that people might think is racism, but it's not. It's normal
that's
for
what I'm
us.
saying. That
But it
was what
doesn't.
I
It
was
doesn't mean
saying.
like
What
my
I
miss,
said
my
that
miss,
day,
my miss
Mr.
can
Oz.
call me sometime. Oh, N word. Oh, hey, we laughing and we have a big laugh. But it doesn't mean that she said it
Yes.
the way we black
Yes,
people we
but
talk
Mr. Oz,
between each other.
What I said that day was, why was Enzo the only one punished? That everybody were there, Martinez, everybody should be punished, but because it's Enzo and Chelsea, that is why. And you said
He
because
didn't get punished though.
yeah,
He didn't get any
but at
punishment.
least they should have called them out. But you said because it is his life that they were laughing at. He was doing the video on his life, so he's meant to be guilty on that. And I said, I thought about it, and I said, you're right about that. So let's go back to Mykhailo Mudryk. This is sports. This is different. Me and you know, I'm not meant to put some certain stuff in my body. Word of mouth, you can't control word of mouth. Some things that come out from our mouth, we can't control it. We might not mean it. You understand what I'm saying? Cultural barriers. We might not mean what we say, but it might sound racist to other people. I might not sound racist. But this is a different aspect. This is ignorance to the core.
And that's why ignorance also needs also to be taken. You know, you have to see the other side of the coin. You are ignorant.
That is why, Mr. Oz, that is why I said this brother had the chance to call. He's sport doctor. Can I put this in my system? This brother had the chance to call the people in Ukraine. Yo, the doctors there, can this go into my system?
But
no.
What the reports are saying that they don't even know where that is coming from. So even themselves, they are investigating where that is coming from. So it doesn't mean
they should go redo the samples again. The sample
that's why,
A
yes,
and sample B.
They are doing the samples right now. That's what they're doing. So we have to wait. What if the text come back and it's negative?
If it comes out negative, then I'll be one of the first people to come out and apologize and be like, I'm sorry.
And this has nothing to do with Mykhailo Mudryk being a Chelsea
No,
player.
I'll
It
be
has
one of the
something to
first
do
people
with
to come out
justice for
because
everybody.
we've seen where they've accused people of cheating scandal, and it was a lie.
Yeah, that's why you have to give the benefit of the doubt and let the justice do their work. Anyways, people, we're gonna try to conclude this show. I'm coming back for the women game. It's gonna happen in few hours from now. Chelsea against Real Madrid, Champions League women. I will be live because we're gonna have more development about the Mykhailo Mudryk situation.
Yeah.
And we're
Okay,
gonna.
Mr. Host.
Yes, sir.
I'll
Thank you
talk
so
to you later.
Yeah, thank you so much, my brother, for helping. Thank you, everybody that helped the show. Continue to smash the like button. We're gonna be back again in few hours from now for another show, and probably we're gonna be more positive about things. Let me double check the last time if we still have some breaking news or something in the community, because you never know. This is Chelsea Football Club. Let me check on Pice because he always updates many things the same immediately, so I don't know. Jackson elite mentality, blah blah blah. This is not analytic. What the yeah, this is the product that Aziz was talking about. Meldonium. Meldonium is a very common in Eastern Europe, medically heart problems. So they treat heart problem for that. It was banned for athlete in 2016. It isn't licensed or available in the UK, so probably he didn't get it in the UK. It wouldn't been taken on international break, as that isn't available. The drug increases endurance, so that is the kind of medicine that apparently he took in the system. It found in Eastern Europe. Those are just like some details, but we're gonna wait and see if we're gonna have more details about it. So investigations are still going on. So stay positive, people. Chelsea are having a great season, and this is just a bump on the road. Let's just hope that everything works very good, and yeah, we do good on the pitch. That is the most important. I'll be back at some point after a few hours for the Chelsea women game, plus some other breaking news. God bless. Smash the like button, and I will see you very soon.